In November 2025, former President Donald Trump made headlines with a furious post on Truth Social after Zohran Mamdani's historic election as New York City's mayor. He declared, "Any Jewish person that votes for Zohran Mamdani, a proven and self-professed Jew hater, is a stupid person," doubling down by calling these voters fools. This wasn't just a political attack, it was a direct insult to a large segment of the American Jewish community. Trump's outburst was the latest in a series of remarks questioning the loyalty of American Jews who don't support him or his party. The comment ignited fierce debate about Trump's rhetoric, the divisions within the Jewish community, and the evolving nature of Jewish identity in America. This video will unpack the controversy, the election that sparked it, and what it reveals about American politics today. The 2025 New York City mayoral election was nothing short of a political earthquake, shaking the city's foundations and capturing the attention of the entire nation. The stakes were higher than ever, with the outcome poised to influence not just local governance, but the broader direction of American politics. Zohran Mamdani, a young, progressive state assemblyman and outspoken democratic socialist, emerged as a bold challenger. He faced off against former Governor Andrew Cuomo, a seasoned political heavyweight seeking redemption and a dramatic comeback as an independent candidate. Their rivalry quickly became the focal point of the race, drawing intense media scrutiny and public debate. The Republican candidate, Curtis Sliwa, struggled to gain traction and was largely sidelined as the real battle raged between Mamdani and Cuomo. Sliwa's campaign events drew only modest crowds, and his message was often drowned out by the fierce contest between his rivals. National tensions soared, with the Democratic Party deeply divided between progressives and moderates. In a shocking twist, former President Trump unexpectedly endorsed Cuomo, hoping to block Mamdani's rise and keep the city from swinging further left. The endorsement sent shockwaves through both parties and dominated headlines for days. Trump even went so far as to threaten withholding crucial federal funding from New York City if Mamdani emerged victorious, escalating the stakes and injecting even more drama into an already volatile race. The campaign quickly turned bitter and personal. Both Cuomo and Trump launched relentless attacks on Mamdani, painting him as a dangerous radical and zeroing in on his outspoken criticism of Israel. Negative ads flooded the airwaves, and the rhetoric grew increasingly heated as Election Day approached. Undeterred, Mamdani countered with a powerful grassroots campaign. He focused on issues like affordable housing, public transit, and social justice, building a broad and diverse coalition that spanned neighborhoods and backgrounds. His message resonated with many New Yorkers hungry for change. On November 4th, Mamdani's victory was a stunning win for progressives and a major blow to Trump's political worldview. The city erupted in celebration, as supporters hailed the result as a turning point for New York and the nation. The result was widely seen as a rejection of old-school politics and establishment figures, setting the stage for Trump's angry and controversial attack on Jewish voters, which would spark further outrage and debate. In the days that followed, the election's aftermath became a national flashpoint, igniting protests, heated discussions, and signaling a new era of political realignment in America. Zohran Mamdani is not your typical politician. He stands out in a city known for its diversity and activism, bringing a fresh perspective to the halls of power. Born in Uganda to acclaimed filmmaker Mira Nair and renowned academic Mahmoud Mamdani, Zohran grew up surrounded by art, intellect, and activism. He's a young, Muslim, South Asian American and a self-described democratic socialist, representing a new generation of leadership in New York. His rise reflects a modern, multicultural New York, someone who champions the struggles of immigrants and working-class people. Mamdani's background gives him a unique understanding of the city's challenges and the hopes of its people. Mamdani's platform is bold: expand public housing, make transit fare-free, and ensure that every New Yorker has access to affordable, reliable transportation and a safe place to live. He also wants to shift funds from policing to social services, arguing that investing in communities is the best way to create real safety and opportunity. These stances made him a hero to progressives, but his outspoken criticism of Israel, calling its actions in Gaza genocide, sparked controversy and drew national attention. His willingness to use such language and his alignment with groups critical of Israel placed him at the center of a heated debate. He has not shied away from difficult conversations, even when they come at a personal or political cost. Supporters see him as principled and courageous. Detractors call him a dangerous radical. But no one can deny the passion he brings to his work, or the impact he's had on the city's political landscape. His victory was more than political. It was a sign that New Yorkers were ready for fundamental change and willing to embrace new voices and bold ideas. Mamdani's story is about challenging the status quo, both at home and abroad. As he continues to make waves in City Hall, his journey is one to watch for anyone interested in the future of New York politics. The most serious charge against Mamdani is anti-Semitism, rooted in his fierce criticism of Israel. Critics say his use of genocide to describe Israel's actions in Gaza is inflammatory and delegitimizes Israel's right to self-defense. His refusal to condemn the phrase "globalize the Intifada" and his pledge to arrest Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu for war crimes fueled further outrage. Opponents argue these positions cross the line from political critique to hatred, especially given his support for the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. International figures, including Israel's Minister for Diaspora Affairs, labeled him a Hamas sympathizer. For many, Mamdani's election felt like a threat to New York's Jewish community. The fear and anger over his rhetoric became the driving force behind opposition to his mayoralty. Mamdani and his supporters have pushed back hard against the anti-Semitism label. He insists his criticism targets Israeli government policy, not Jewish people or Judaism. Mamdani has pledged to protect all New Yorkers, including Jews, and to fight anti-Semitism in every form. Supporters argue conflating criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism is a tactic to silence debate and distract from real issues. Progressive Jewish groups and leaders, including Jewish Voice for Peace Action, Jews for Racial and Economic Justice, and even Senator Bernie Sanders, endorsed Mamdani. They say his values, justice, solidarity, and fighting for the vulnerable, align with Jewish teachings. This broad support from within the Jewish community challenged the narrative that Mamdani was an enemy. The debate over his views became a proxy for larger questions about identity and dissent. Trump's November 2025 comments weren't an isolated incident. They fit a long pattern. He's repeatedly accused Jewish Democrats of disloyalty, insisting his pro-Israel policies should guarantee their support. In 2024, he claimed any Jew voting for Democrats hates their religion, and said those supporting Kamala Harris should have their head examined. Trump's rhetoric often invokes the dual loyalty trope, suggesting American Jews owe allegiance to Israel. Critics argue this is a harmful stereotype, and Trump's outrage when Jewish voters reject him reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of American Jewish identity. His transactional approach has failed to win over the Jewish electorate, despite his claims of being their ultimate protector. Trump's attack and Mamdani's election exposed deep divisions within New York's Jewish community. Progressive Jewish groups celebrated Mamdani's win as a victory for social justice, rejecting claims of anti-Semitism. They argued his platform on housing and workers' rights served the interests of many Jewish New Yorkers. For them, supporting Mamdani meant standing for justice for all, including Palestinians. Mainstream organizations like the UJA Federation and Anti-Defamation League responded with concern, pledging to monitor Mamdani's administration for anti-Semitism. The ADL even launched a Mamdani monitor and a tip line for reporting incidents. This split revealed a fundamental divide. Some saw a new ally in City Hall, others prepared for a potential adversary. The Jewish community's response was anything but monolithic. The debate over Mamdani's mayoralty became a mirror for broader tensions about identity, security, and political change. New York's Jewish population is vast and diverse, with nearly 1 million residents spanning the political spectrum. While most Jewish voters backed Cuomo, about 28% supported Mamdani, despite relentless accusations of anti-Semitism. This significant minority prioritized progressive domestic policies over foreign policy stances. The split shows a community in transition, with younger and more diverse voters open to new alliances. Nationally, Trump's belief that he should dominate the Jewish vote is contradicted by polling. He consistently trails Democratic candidates by wide margins. Mamdani's coalition, including a sizable Jewish minority, was key to his victory. The numbers reveal a changing political landscape, both in New York and across the country. The Mamdani-Trump controversy is more than just a New York story. It's a vivid snapshot of America's rapidly shifting political and cultural landscape, reflecting tensions that reach far beyond city limits. It highlights the breakdown of old alliances and the rise of new, sometimes surprising coalitions, as Americans from all walks of life reconsider their loyalties and beliefs in a time of uncertainty. Minority communities are making complex, often difficult choices, weighing their values and priorities in ways that can't be reduced to simple transactional politics or party lines. The debate over Mamdani forces a national reckoning with the definition of anti-Semitism, the boundaries of political speech, and the responsibilities of public figures in a polarized era. The split within the Jewish community mirrors broader national divisions over identity, justice, and belonging, revealing how even close-knit groups are grappling with questions that cut to the core of American values. Mamdani's win is a testament to the power of grassroots organizing, showing how passionate, everyday people can come together to challenge the status quo and demand change from the ground up. Trump's reaction underscores the persistence of divisive rhetoric in American politics, reminding us how quickly national debates can become deeply personal and polarizing. The clash between inclusive, multicultural politics and old-guard nationalism is the central drama of our era, shaping not only elections but the very fabric of American society. How we navigate these tensions, through our votes, our voices, and our willingness to listen, will shape the future of American democracy for generations to come. This moment is a test of who we are as a nation, and perhaps more importantly, who we aspire to become in the years ahead.